Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Children's Worship and Wonder. I'm so glad you joined me today. My name is Rhesa Bailey, and this lesson is for Sunday, October 11th. Today, we're going to be learning about two important people in the Bible, Abram and Sarai. We're going to be learning out of this book, Young Children and Worship. But first, let's do our greeting. So in our greeting, I will say one line, and then you can join me for the second. So for the first line, I say, "The Lord be with you," and then you respond with me and also with you. Let's try it. The Lord be with you and also with you. This is the desert box. We have a small piece of the desert here. Important things happen in the desert, and so we have a small piece of it in our box. The desert is a wild and strange place. In the daytime, it's burning hot, and at night, it's very cold. There's almost no water at all in the desert. The wind comes, and it molds and it shapes the desert. Once Abram and Sarai lived in the beautiful city of Haran. God loved Abram and Sarai. God said to them, "Move from your home. I'm going to give you a new land. It's okay, I'll go with you to the new land. I've blessed you, and you're going to be a blessing." Abram and Sarah looked across the desert. They were sad to leave their home and their friends. And they also wondered, would it be safe? Would God go with them? Abram and Sarah went. They trusted in God. They came to a place called Shechem in the land of Canaan. God had been with them in Haran. Would God be with them in Shechem? Then God said, "Look at all this land. I will give this land to your children." Abram and Sarai were so happy that they just had to give thanks to God. And so they said a prayer, and they made a special place, an altar. And they said a prayer of thanks to God in Shechem. Then Abram and Sarah moved to a new place. They moved to a place near Bethel. And God went with them to Bethel, to near Bethel as well. And they were so happy that God moved with them to near Bethel that, again, they prayed and they said, "Thank you, God." And they made a special place, an altar, to say their prayer. Then there was a great famine in the land, and there wasn't enough food to eat. Abram and Sarai were hungry, so they moved to Egypt. And they were really scared in Egypt. They weren't sure if they were going to be safe and would God be with them. But the Egyptians were good to them. They gave them food and animals, and God was with them in Egypt. God did not forget about them in Egypt. God was with them. Then Abram and Sarai moved back to the land of Canaan to a place called Hebron. Abram and Sarai wondered if God would be with them in this new place also. God had been with them in Haran and in Shechem and in Bethel and in Egypt. Would God be with them in Hebron also? God was with them. They were so happy that God was with them. And they, again, made a special place, an altar. And they prayed to God, and they said, "Thank you." Now Abram and Sarai knew that God was with them in every place and in every time. I wonder how Abram and Sarai felt when they were told to move to a new home. Maybe it was scary. Maybe it was exciting. I wonder how Abram and Sarai felt going through the desert looking for a place to live. Maybe they were worried. I wonder how they felt when God spoke to them in all these places. Maybe they were relieved. Maybe they were happy. I wonder where God is when you go from place to place. I wonder how many places God can be. Now I'll read this story to you from the Bible. It's in Genesis chapter 12, 1 through 4. Now the Lord said to Abram, "Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and the one who curses you I will curse, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." So Abram went as the Lord had told him. Thanks for joining me in Children's Worship and Wonder today. I hope you have a great week. Peace be with you.